Hey guys, it's Deepak Shukla here again from Pearl Lemon Properties, and please do click the link in the description below to get access to our free training on how you can get a mortgage for as little as £100 per month or less and earn an instant cash flow of up to £400 per month or more. So as I said, this is the Pearl Lemon Properties YouTube channel, and today we're going to continue our journey with property investment strategies. So one of the considerations of your investment style, if you're looking at building a buy-to-let investment portfolio, is considering the ultimately type of investor that you want to be. So when you're thinking about investment types, you may want to decide, for example, to be someone who gets ultimately pretty involved with all of your investments. Okay, so what I mean by that is that you may want to go out and see all of the properties, you may want to identify a local plumber, you may want to identify a local electrician, you may even want to carry out potentially some of the repairs on the property yourself, you may want to manage the letting of the property, you may want to manage the collecting of the rents, you may want to manage the relationship with the tenant. Now when you begin to think about it, there's all of these different opportunities as well as ways that you can spend your time, and it really depends upon the kind of investor that you want to be. So a good example is that, you know, my father is definitely that person. He would be a investor in property who would easily make it his full-time job, and rightfully so, right? He's great at it. He likes to get involved. One of the properties that I've got is literally a 2 or 3 minute walk from my parents' home, and my dad will go over to see Karen lives downstairs, and God, I forget the name of the woman upstairs, but he sees them both. He sorts out their problems. He does. He goes way above and beyond what's expected. They're super pleased with him, and my dad is an absolutely fabulous landlord, or you know, managing agent, if you will. If it was me that was involved, I'd be absolutely terrible. Okay, I'd be absolutely terrible. I have got that property that I've seen. I've got four others that I've never seen. I've got four others whom for I rely upon local agents and I rely upon local resources. So I am a much more hands-off investor. Okay, so you want to really consider the kind of investor you want to be, because that will also dictate a lot of the decisions that you make when it comes to building up your property portfolio. Do you want to be hands-on like my dad, Ram, or do you want to be hands-off like myself? And if you think about it in those two broad strokes, there's obviously ways in between that, okay? That's really a good division or way to think about it. Do you want to be hands-off? How hands-off do you want to be? Or do you want to be involved? And how involved do you want to be? And that then has many, many implications for how you build your investment portfolio and what you do with your time. Now, a good example of a hybrid model would be the fact that my dad manages one of my properties, which is outside his house, but then the four others, he's never seen them either, okay? He's managing the agents, he's managing the payments of the ground rent, he's managing the communication to understand, well, why wasn't rent paid on time, or what's happened with this tenant, or what do we need to do for this? So, you know, there's those two kind of elements to it. So really, really think about the kind of investor that you want to be, because that has a lot of implications upon the kind of business, and the business is probably a little bit different from an investment portfolio that you're trying to build. And there is nothing wrong with combining the two. To be honest with you, you know, it's probably the better way to learn as much as you can about the industry in some instances. But if you're anything like me, and you're looking to grow and scale, for example, Pearl Lemon Properties, so I can give advice to yourself and give advice about your future and your portfolio, it makes sense for me to be a hands-off investor. So if you want to become a hands-off investor, or you want to get involved, really give some considerations as the implications that has. My name is Deepak Shukla. Please do click the link in the description below to get access to the free training, and I'll catch you in the next video. See you guys.